Hey, Shalom, Kohala, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Chakodash. The ones, the apostles, bishops, and elders of great millstone that rule well. And Shalom to you brothers in the highways and byways, doing the work sincerely and faithfully, continually fighting the good fight of faith, Lord willing. We are found in that number to be delivered. All right. So it's gonna be quick. I just want to touch up on, something I had said in the last show concerning, the small hats and how they're proclaiming that the heritage is solely and truly theirs and ain't nobody else's, trying to finagle their way in, right? Well, my first question is going to be from the book of Hosea, the first chapter, 10th verse. It says, "Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it should be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living power." All right. So the question is, where is this place at? Where in history can they identify this particular place where it was said that they were not the Lord's people? All right. Because this is a major focal point to look at. All right. If you're going to profess that you are the chosen people, and these things that were written in the book are written about you, then where and how did this take place? This thing of being the Lord's people, being not known as the Lord's people. All right. From the time of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob on through up until this very present day, can you please identify the place where it was said you are not the Lord's people? Because basically, you don't fit the prophecies. Your people do not fit these prophecies concerning the children of Israel. All right. And I may try to find a few of these guys and link this to their page. All right. And they're trying to pull out all stops right now because they see that this word has been noised abroad in the fashion as in which Yahweh Shai said. And when this gospel, and this is that gospel that Yahweh Shai was making mention of in the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. All right. The so-called Negro, West Indian, Puerto Rican, and Latin Americas. These are the children of Israel. These are they. All right. And now it only makes sense because now that the Lord has put us back in remembrance, now we understand, okay, that as it is written, it shall come to pass that in the place where it is said unto them, Ye are not my people. All right. This is that place, man. We can identify that place. Can you? Can you men identify that place which is spoken of? All right. Now it's saying, and there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living power. All right. It only makes sense that when you read these scriptures and you stop and you think about who the people are and where they are today and the things and the trials and tribulations that they've gone through, it only makes sense. All right. But for history's sake, you people you're gonna have to do all that you can. You're gonna have to try to exhaust yourself just to keep it, the way that you people have taught it. But a lot of people are onto you, man. A lot of people are onto you, and you're slowly losing your grip. You ever see somebody holding on to a pull-up bar, and they got they first jump up on there and they grab that bar, it's nice and tight. But through the course of time, you start to tremble, hands start to get weak, get tired. Now you're holding on by your fingertips. This is what they're doing right now. Because the prophecies are too strong, man. The prophecies are too entailed. All right? And it says, you are not my people. There it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. And this is where it's at, man. In very many other places throughout the four corners of the earth. But we all fall under this umbrella, man. Being known and understood as the Lord's chosen people. All right? So let's go to another question. And this question stems from the book of Jeremiah, the 17th chapter. And these are just basic scriptures that these people can't answer. All right? And they refuse to answer them. Jeremiah 17:4. It says, thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. All right? So the Lord was talking to Jeremiah and was telling Jeremiah that there's going to be a time period where you're going to discontinue from your heritage. All right? So being discontinued from the heritage, you are going to be walking around with a totally different identity. Who has that happened to? All right? The Jays, they've never experienced this. All right? And when you speak to them, they're more than happy and more than proud to tell you about how deep their roots go. All right? Well, you ask a so-called Negro in America today, he gonna give you all kinds of nonsense. All right? Which represents that you have lost your identity, or you have discontinued from your true biblical identity. All right? And these are those questions. Start asking these J's when you see them, man. Start asking them, if they choose to come up, and try to engage on, on some subtile. We had a few come up, be all subtile, like they didn't know what the hell was going on, But, if you ever come across one of them, just ask that, hey, what do you mean? What's it mean when it says you're going to discontinue from your heritage? We always, trapped up a few people, a few of those J's back in the day. They come up, I'm like, yeah, have you ever lost your identity? Nope, we've always known who we were. It's a rich heritage. But the scripture says this, and they have no answer for that. All right? There's no answer. And going back to, the basic, Deuteronomy 28:68. All right? And, we brothers know, it says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by way whereof I speak unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. And that's a great question to ask. Who was you sold to? Who was you sold to? Because according to you, according to you people, one of the last major, strongholds that was over you was Germany. All right? Here you are, the Lord's people, and nobody cried out to the Lord. The Lord didn't come down and smash your enemies as he's promising to do with his true people. All right? This is what his promises are unto us, is to come up and fight our enemies. But as far as you people are concerned, you do not match the prophecies. Not one bit do you match these prophecies. And for a man to sit there and say that, the so-called African Americans are using, a certain book to try to, justify the slavery and justify the being poor and the poverty. Come on. That's the best you got? That's the best you have to offer? Not happening, man. Not happening. And again, being sold unto your enemies. You know, when y'all was in Germany, ain't nobody was selling you. Right? Nobody was selling you. There was no auctioning block. There was no big lines to come and see, you know, if you was the one they wanted. There was none of that, man. But when you look at the so-called Negroes in America, they damn sure was sold. They damn sure was put on an auctioning block, right? Like I said, it's not gonna be long, so I want to hit this last one, but I want to play this little video here.
Recycles money. Hi. My name is Beryl Solomon, and I'm a Jewish businessman, and I bring you Jewish business secrets that you normally would not have access to. This is how Jews have been recycling money for thousands of years. Imagine each one of these cups represents a different Jewish business, product, or service. Let's say that this is a Jewish-owned construction company. That construction company needs insurance. They're going to go to their community, and they're going to find somebody that offers insurance services. That insurance company needs an office to be stationed at. They're going to go to their friends or family that own real estate, and they're going to rent their real estate. Those real estate owners need to send their children to school somewhere. They're going to send their children to Jewish day schools that employ Jewish teachers. And those Jewish teachers need to buy kosher food from their local supermarket, so they're going to go support their local kosher supermarket. And when that supermarket needs to expand and open up a new location...
All right, so you get the gist, right? You get the gist. Now, my next scripture that I'm going to go to is another classic. This is Haggai 1:6. Now, he just got through explaining how for thousands of years they have been, you know, wheeling and dealing financially, you know, Jewish-owned businesses, keeping it within the family, within the culture. These are the things that they have been doing. And again, my point being made is you do not fit the prophecy. All right? If you can date the time period going back thousands of years, then this clearly doesn't match up with you. Haggai 1:6, it says, "You have so much and bring in little." All right? First thing he said, if this was, you know, you took a dollar bill and he starts, you know, speaking about how this dollar bill now gets filtered through each so-called business because they're getting their own businesses, you know, and within their own, they're not spending outside of their circle. Again, ye have so much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye not filled with drink. Ye clothe. My glasses, forgive me. Here we go. It says, I'm gonna start from the top. It says, ye have so much and bring in little. Ye eat, but you have not enough. Ye drink, but you are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put in a bag with holes. All right. Now, this is going on in the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American communities to this very day. All right. We don't sit around talking about we're going to keep business within our own community. We're going to keep business within our own culture. We don't sit around and do that because 99% of us don't have a business, don't know the culture, don't know how to, you know, save money because you can't live in paycheck to paycheck. This is one of the curses that was put upon our people, how our people were going to be living, you know, in the last days. You know, and even by looking at this cat,
They're going to go all the way.
He looks proud, happy, you know, giving his little sermon about how the money stays in the family. Let me play a little more of that.
Back to the first construction company to build their new location. And that is how money gets recycled continually within the Jewish community. You could start.
That's how money gets recycled continually. Jake ain't got two nickels to rub together, man. Never mind, recycle some shit. All right. But again, all these, all these Jays that are making videos lately about being the Lord's people, being the descendants, they have to make these videos, and they're making them feverishly because they got to keep the narrative in their corner. Because once this thing fully, and it already has started, but once this thing fully gets blown and exposed open, man, the history books are gonna have to be rewritten. And this is why you don't see a lot of media on the black, as they call us, the black Hebrew Israelites. You don't see a lot of media, man. You don't see channel 5, 6, 7, 9, wherever you live, wherever your location is. You don't see these news people talking about, oh, hey, what do you guys, how did you find this out? And this is very interesting. You know how many camps are out there in the world? And you don't see any news group inquiring about the Hebrew Israelites and how they figured the code out, if you will. All right, so like I said, it wasn't going to be long. I wanted to leave it right there. I'm going to leave it right there. And again, these questions, need to be answered, because you want to proclaim that you're the Lord's people, but you don't want to proclaim the prophecies and whether or not you match them. All right, so with that, I'm going to see y'all brothers in another one. I say shalom from here.